Welcome back, boys. Divorced Dads of America. This is your host, Anthony Thompson. Glad you're here. We're going to dive into some co-parenting mistakes that keep you powerless, 100%. Look, let's be honest, co-parenting can feel like walking on eggshells through a minefield. Every text can trigger anxiety, every exchange, old wounds, but most dads keep repeating the same mistake, one that keeps them stuck, right? Reactive, powerless. And today we're gonna expose that mistake and rebuild your peace. Again, remember, we're here because we're rebuilding a million divorced dads, transforming their life and their legacy. That's why we're here. That's what we do, and that's why you're here. You're going to defy the odds of divorce. This doesn't have to be something that you get. It's something that you didn't plan for. You didn't want to be here, but now you can do something to make a difference. Now we're going to direct the future, conversations, mindsets, vision. Your children will not feel those things because you are taking ownership. Look, your decisions got you here. I get it. I've been there as well, man. I'm not here because I didn't blow it. I didn't make mistakes. I didn't try and do it on my own. I didn't try and figure it out with podcasts and all that jazz. I did it because I finally did the hardest things possible for myself. I finally did the things that I didn't want to do. I finally took ownership. I finally crushed procrastination. I got accountable. I hired coaches. I hired mentors. I spent money on it. So I just want you to know that this is the space. This is the place. We're going to expose that stuff. Here's some of the neuroscience of what's going on with this co-parenting stuff, because the data and the science is something that's really big to me. The scriptures are really big to me. But again, I want to combine all of it because I want you moving and going in a direction that is going to transform your life. Harvard medical data shows that replaying emotionally charged conflicts reactivates the same neural circuits as the original event. Your brain literally relives the argument. It relives pain, trauma, and then what happens is those wires get stronger. We don't want that. I'm going to show you here at the end. I'm going to go over some things, what not to do, how we can be different. What are some things you can do right now today? And again, I'm going to give you a challenge this week, something different, something hard, something to do to get you going. The rational side of this, and this is one of the biggest things that will transform co-parenting with you. It's most guys are upset because of what your ex said, maybe what your ex did. You're upset because you believed what she said defines you. So it's the belief, I need her cooperation to have peace. It keeps you dependent on dysfunction. Again, rational emotional behavior therapy is about understanding what you're seeing in the situation. Most times we're viewing things based on our old frameworks, our old systems, our old mindsets, and so everything pisses you off. Everything makes you mad. Everything is about, oh, that's how she is. And look, we've got to move forward and not sit in the pain of the past. So the positive psychology is about reframing. It's how you interpret an event. And that can actually reduce emotional distress by 40%. That's what we want. We do not want anything to control our emotions and our feelings. Nobody gets that right. And your children need to be taught the same thing. Somebody does something to them, that does not give them the right to hand their emotions over to somebody else. The same thing for you. So co-parenting is like flying a plane through turbulence. Your job isn't to calm the storm. It's to keep the wings level and get to the destination. We are not going through a perfect, a perfect life with no obstacles. In fact, life is getting more difficult and more difficult. You and I know that. Let me give you a few things, and then we'll wrap this plane. We will land this plane. Romans 12:18. If possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Guys, you can be right or you can have peace, but you can't have both. Peace doesn't mean silence. It means stewardship. It means leading your emotions instead of leasing them to conflict. Every single my one-on-one clients, we talk about the enemies of their lives. What is causing these things in their life? What is the emotion? What is the co-parenting conflict? Do you have a system and strategy for it when it happens? Because it's going to happen again. It will not stop until you figure out how to defend it and how to play offense against it instead of just reacting and thinking it's going to change. It's not going to change. Remember John 10:10, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy and distract. If the enemy continues to win at that level and at that front, it's just going to continue to do it. It's like when you're playing sports or playing football and there's a weakness on the team. Well, guess what? They expose that and they continue to go after it and after it until what happens? A double team, a triple team, whatever it is, they figure it out. Same thing in your life. Here's the FAST system. Here's what we're going to break down here. And I'm going to give you this challenge, this reflection, 3 questions. Dive into it, do the work. It's going to change your life. So, focus is being able to define your win. What does peace actually look like this week for you? Awareness. Track what triggers you most. Tone, timing, text. Where is it? Where is it coming from? Identify your enemies. 3 is strategy and systems. Pre-plan your responses. Clarity is power. Emotion is weakness. You and I both know, you know what's coming when it's, most of the time you know when and where. What dads don't have is a strategy and a system for it. Okay, if you're not in our school group, get in our school group. Jump in. It's free. It'll give you all the tools and frameworks. Jump in. Do something. Do not continue to keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Transformation is you can't change her pattern, but you can outgrow it. You can build off of it. You can become better. You can do better, right? All of those things are for you. You can do those things. So here's the challenge. 7 days, respond to every text from your ex as if your child were reading over your shoulder. Get that? As if your child was reading over your shoulder. Sometimes I imagine myself, even in my devices around the house, my kids are a little bit older, so they understand devices. And I always think and write and understand that at any given point, my children may be looking at my text messages. And am I prepared for those conversations? Am I saying what needs to be said? Am I responding in the right way? All of those things, okay? 3 questions. Drop this with you. Again, if you're not in the Ascent group, jump in it, join, do something, take action. Those of you that are looking for one-on-one help, message me. If you're not following us on Instagram, you should be Divorced Dads of America. Comment, ask questions, and let me know what's going on. Here's the 3 questions. Here we go. Number 1, where do I still believe her peace determines mine? Where do I still believe that her peace determines mine? 2, what does emotional leadership look like for me this week? What does emotional leadership look like for me this week? What do you need to have handled emotionally? And 3, what's resonating with me the most? And how can I apply it right now? What hit you the most in this session, in this podcast? What hit you? Get it out. Get it on paper. What are you thinking about? What is even the Lord showing you about this session? What is it? What does freedom look like for you? Again, links are in the description. Jump in the Ascent group, one-on-one work with me, Divorced Dads of America on Instagram. I love you guys. I pray for you every single day. I'll see you on the next one. God bless you.